John Houston's final game at the Coliseum coming up on Saturday. When'd you get so old, John?
I don't know. It just came by so quick, man. It's just 5 years just flew by.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think it's going to be like? Are you going to be that guy you crying coming out the tunnel, or are you just going to soak it all in? How are you going to take it?
I'm just going to take it game by game, man. I got 2 more games available, UCLA in the bowl game, so I'm just going to go out there and play with passion and with my team and just try to go out there and get the W.
Let's talk about last game a little bit. You know, 10 tackles on the game, but more importantly, I talked to you about it already. You got your hand on the ball, you caused an interception, and you don't get a stat, man. What kind of crap is that, man? What the heck is that? We're talking about the Greg Johnson
stats,
INT.
Sean.
Obviously, Greg had to give you some props after that one, right?
Oh, yeah. For sure. But, I mean, I made the play. I mean, Greg finished it. So, turnover is turnover, so you can't complain at all. So, I mean, I'm just grateful for the turnover.
I'm trying to give you some love, man. I was like, hey, you know what? Tank got his hand on that one, man.
They've been giving you a hard time about your hands, too.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. I'm going to give me one of these games, and I'm going to prove everybody wrong, so I'm not worried.
Well, what you're doing is you've been leading this defense all season long. We've seen it. The coaches have seen it. Everybody's been talking about it. But as you said, you've been here 5 years. You weren't that guy 5 years ago. What's that development like? And you've seen other guys do it. As you become the leader, you look around, you're like, oh, I'm the oldest guy in the room. I'm the Mike linebacker. This is my defense.
I mean, coming from Mike Hutchins and Cam Smith and just watching them and trying to just evolve my playing ability to my assets and trying to just take their leadership and take their pointers that I've seen and I heard from them and just trying to evolve that into myself and try to be more of a more of a leader, more of a player's leader, trying to just focus on the players and trying to get them in the right mindset to come out here and dominate every game, every play, and just stay focused.
We talked about it with Clay a little bit, Christian Rector's hit, and kind of how the defense changed after that. How did you feel that you guys, took a negative, which was, losing Christian Rector, and turn it into like a momentum pusher for that game?
Yeah, I feel like it was a momentum. I mean, he set the tempo for the game. I mean, going back and looking at Zay getting kicked out, the tempo kind of went down. Everybody's enthusiasm went down. But this game, Christian Rector came out and told us that we're fine. Come on, let's go play the game. It doesn't matter if I'm out or in, so just going to make a play. And, I mean, we took that and we ran with it.
As I mentioned, Saturday is senior day for John Houston Jr. in this very small senior class. Just a few of you left. You'll run out the tunnel, and then at the end you'll have family, friends. I don't know who you have. That's my question, I guess. Who are you running to? Who will be there waiting for you, and who's helped you get you through this whole process?
Oh, I mean, my mom, my dad, my little brothers, and my little brothers, my grandpa, and my uncle. They're all going to be there. They've been there since Sarah High School senior night. So it's always been great to see my family there and have them present and just seeing them. So it's going to always be a good thing.
Who taught you the game?
My dad. My dad always played football, but he was running back. So he wanted me to play defense. So my goal is to play defense and try to just be more different than him, trying to get more college ready and try to go to the NFL.
Oh, and we have one question. Your mother's name is Ten?
No, Yvette.
Your mother's name is Yvette.
Yeah.
Okay. See, there was a question out there because I think her Instagram is 10.
10 Houston.
For
yep.
you.
Mm-hmm.
See, we were wondering. Somebody said that your number was 10.
Jordan, you're the
because
social
it was
media guy. You should know that.
I'm asking the question. Why do you wear the number 10? Just because it's cool?
My dad was number 10. So
your dad was number 10.
When he played, he was number 10. So I just took that and ran with it and tried to just make him feel proud.
Got it.
Talk about the pride you take in coverage. You cover, back there as a linebacker, you always think linebackers want to come up and just thump people. But I watched you last game, and you're all over the place in coverage. You got your hand on that one ball. But it seems to me you can cover that deep middle third. You're a linebacker that takes a lot of pride in coverage. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah,
I just try to take my advantage, my skill set to advantage, and try to just be more of my player and just try to just enhance that every time I get on the field, man. But I feel like I'm good in the run and also in the pass, so I just try to make that a good mixture so I can come out there and be more of a just all-around player.
Well, listen, they're going to need your speed on Saturday. It's a fast UCLA team, a mobile quarterback, always an issue. What do you see when you look at the Bruins on film?
They try to get you with a different personnel, 13 tight ends, 3 tight ends, 4 tight ends, and try to just run the ball. So if we stop the run, we're going to have a good game. So we just got to focus on stopping the run and trying to get off the field so the offense can be on the field.
You and EA, started out the season together, and, unfortunately lose your bud to some injuries a lot of the way through. Talk about Kanai Mauga's development as a player, playing next to him, and what you've seen from that young man and what he's gone through.
Kanai's always been ready. I mean, just being a 2, he's always been having that emphasis of always being ready when his name's called. So you can always give him props. And then he came out there and made plays when his first and second game, and he's still doing out there doing great. So I give him props because it's not easy being a 2 and being focused. But he came out there with the right mindset and then come out there and ready whenever his name is called. And that's what he's done.
Best moment in the Coliseum in your USC career?
Best moment would have to be the pick against Arizona. Was it last year or 2 years ago? And,
2 years ago against Khalil Tate, yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the game when it was.
Yes.
It could have.
You ripped it away from somebody.
Mm-hmm. They could have scored and changed the game and got us to overtime, and it could have went to any way. So that was probably my most memorable play.
John, I think you have a bright future in football, maybe a shot at the next level to play on Sundays. But on Saturday, well, maybe Sunday morning, when we got on that airplane, you took over as a flight steward, and you did an amazing job of giving me instructions of how
I had no
to be
idea
secure
how the mask
in that
worked.
seat, how to buckle my seatbelt, how to put on that life jacket. Talk about that experience, man, and where you learned those quality skills.
Man, I'm just a visual learner, so I was out there just trying to just trying to play around, man. That was my last away game, so I just wanted to be real comfortable, and I'm real tight with the flight attendant. So they gave me the opportunity to do it, so I did it.
I mean, it was 2 a.m. You got to do whatever it takes at 2 a.m. to keep the energy
Kept me
up.
awake.
Well, late night flight. John Houston Jr. was the flight attendant after getting the win on Saturday night, really early Sunday morning.
Stewart.
His final home game coming up on Saturday against UCLA. Ontario International Airport is one of Southern California's fastest growing airports. Come experience the SoCal So Easy way with ONT. Go to flyontario.com to see how we connect people and places. Fight on, Trojans, and fly on with Ontario International Airport. More Trojans live to come.